Hello, I'm Safi. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a new reading vlog. This week is going to be incredibly busy for me, so I don't think I'll have time to read very much. But I still have some reading plans that I want to talk to you about. First book that I want to get read in this vlog is An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. And well, this is the beautiful Evernight special edition. I love it. I love the sprayed edges and the back. The back is probably my favorite part about this. The end papers are also beautiful. I have to get this read this week because on Saturday, it's currently Tuesday. On Saturday, there's going to be the live show for Kayla's Literally Dead book club about this book. So I have to have read it by Saturday, which will already be quite a challenge, considering that this is going to be a very intense week at work for me. And then yesterday I actually started American Rapture by CJ Leede. I am still waiting for the audiobook for that one, but I just could not wait any longer, and I just started reading it just physically and annotating it because I am possibly going to be reading this like as a buddy read with a friend. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I've been wanting to pick it up ever since it came out, and I just could not wait any longer. So I've only read about 60 pages of that for now, and I'm going to have to pause it to read An Academy for Liars, but that's okay, because I just have to prioritize that. I found out this morning that the live show would be Saturday, and I was like, wait, what? Because these live shows are usually a little bit later, like they are usually not at the end of the month, but a little bit at the beginning of the next month, if that makes sense. So I was kind of shocked to find out that it would be so soon. Those are the two books that I would like to get to read this week. And I've read Mayfly by CJ Leede before, and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite. There were several things in that book that I didn't love, but it was fine. You know, it was okay, and there was a lot of potential. So, and American Rapture has the potential to become a new favorite for me. It's a highly anticipated book. Both of these are, because I've loved everything I've read by Alexis Henderson. So I can't wait to read this one, find out if this is going to be my new favorite by her. I also have looked, like this morning, or in the middle of the night for me, but technically this morning, the final round for the Goodreads Choice Awards has opened, and I just finished filming and editing my vlog for the Goodreads Choice Awards, and wow, that was intense. I finished vlogging on Sunday and I edited the whole thing, or part 2, yesterday, and then I tried desperately to make part 1 and part 2 of my Goodreads Choice Award video into one single video, but my computer would just not collaborate on that. It just refused flat out to make it into one video. And I tried in every way possible, and it just did not want to work. So I'm sorry, but it just ended up becoming 2 parts, and we're just going to roll with it. We're just going to be okay with it, because I've had enough existential crisis about that video already. But anyways, I just looked at what books have passed onto the final round, and well, I think I've read all of the books in the final round. So yeah, I've just checked, and I have read all of the books in the final round for the horror category. All 10 of them have been read. So I'm really proud of that. And even though I saw that both Sleep Tight and Murder Road made it onto the list, but not A Sunny Place for Shady People, like, what? Excuse me, what? Are we reading the same books? Are people just voting without having read the books? Because I can't explain it any other way. Like, I did not think that, at least not Murder Road, like, who in their right mind would read that book and think, yeah, let's just vote for that? I'm pissed. But not too surprised, I have to say. I'm at least happy that Bury Your Gaze made it to the final round. I voted for that, as I said I would. And I just really hope that, I mean, I don't think it will win. I unfortunately don't think that Chuck Dingle will win this time, nor any other time in which there's other books that are so much more popular in the list. But I'm just happy that it made it to the final round and that I could vote for it. There's that. I'm just sad to see that books like Murder Road and Sleep Tight move on to the final round of something like this, but a great book like A Sunny Place for Shitty People didn't. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to think about that too much. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to think about it anymore because I now have to go get ready for work because it's going to be a long day at work. I guess I will update you again once I have started an Academy for Liars, and then I'll also tell you what I think if I manage to continue American Rapture. Good morning, vlog. It's Thursday morning. I did not end up vlogging yesterday because it was a very busy day, but today is also going to be a very busy day, but at least I wanted to do a quick little update before I head to work because I have made a little bit of progress in an Academy for Liars yesterday in the free moments I had here and there during the day. And I'm enjoying it, but I don't know, it's not really gripping me in the way I thought it would. So I don't think I've told you the plot. So basically this book, An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson, is about Lennon, who is our main character, who is having a bit of a rough time in life. She finds out that her fiance cheats on her and with like her best friend or something, which not great. And also she's really unsatisfied in life and she just feels kind of like she's been running away from things. And then like she gets this phone call that she's been accepted into this college that she's never heard of. And at first she's like suspicious, like I didn't apply. And they're like, yeah, okay, your entrance exam is tomorrow at 8. And she's like, okay, if I start driving now and drive through the whole night, I might get there in time. And she doesn't even know why she's doing this because she didn't apply for this college. She doesn't know what she's going to study there. She doesn't know anything about it. But she's just at that point in life where it doesn't even matter because she, I guess, kind of sees it as an opportunity to do and be something else than what she currently is. And so she just goes to take the entrance exam to become a student of Drayton, which is this mystical college where people learn the art of persuasion. And it's kind of like a bit more fantasy than horror so far. It's definitely leaning towards dark academia as well. Like she learns to persuade people basically through the power of her mind or something. Because apparently some people just have persuasion powers and they just have to learn how to use them. And then she gets this advisor while she's there, or this mentor. And I think that maybe he's going to be the love interest. Still not 100% sure about that, but they clearly are attracted to each other. So I think there's going to be a bit of romance there. So far, I'm just kind of feeling lukewarm about it because I was expecting a bit more horror I don't know, maybe it's coming later on. I don't mind the dark academia vibes. I think that's my favorite part so far, but I'm just kind of like not really gripped in. This might end up being my least favorite Alexis Henderson. Maybe I had too high expectations for this, and like I expected it to be horror and it isn't. It definitely is not at all horror. I'm maybe like 70% through, maybe a bit less. So I'll let you know what I think of the ending when I finish it. But these are such busy days because, of course, I work at the bookstore, and the end of November is where things start getting hectic. And then December is just going to be pure chaos and stress, a lot of stress. Ever since I started working in stores in general, like with the public, Christmas time has gone from being a cozy time. Now I hate it. Now I just kind of can't stand Christmas. I can't wait for it to be over. I am over it. It starts way too early. We start getting Christmas things already like at the end of September sometimes. Like, it's crazy. And customers just, like, we do get our fair share of crazy customers, but during Christmas, like, it exponentially rises, and it's just pure chaos, as I said, like, and it's just starting. Like, I have another month of this ahead of me. I don't know if I can make it. That is all for now. I have not continued American Rapture by CJ Leede. Unfortunately, I did not have time. I'm really hoping that I will have time later this week, but for now, my only focus is just finish An Academy for Liars so that I am prepared for Kayla's live show on Saturday. And then on Saturday evening, we are actually going to go to the cinema to see Heretic, the new A24 movie. So I will let you know what I think about that. Oh yeah, one last thing, and then I swear I'm off. We actually watched Terrifier 2 a few days ago, and I completely forgot to tell you about it. So we enjoyed it. I think I liked it more than the first one. It was definitely also extremely gory, gruesome, and over the top. I kind of find it funny. Like, it's so over the top and so ridiculous sometimes that it is actually kind of funny. I wouldn't exactly call it light-hearted fun, but it was definitely fun anyways. And I would watch Terrifier 3 if I get the chance. That's the update for now, and I'll see you probably tomorrow when I've finished An Academy for Liars. Good morning, vlog. It's a day later. It's currently Friday morning. And I just noticed that I was wearing the same sweater in the last two clips, and I filmed them in the same spot. So it looks like it's the same day. It looks like I filmed one right after the other. I swear they were on 2 different days, and that sweater is now getting washed. So yeah, sorry about that if I caused any kind of confusion. I'm here to update you because yesterday I finished An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. And okay, I ended up giving this 3 stars. This just wasn't for me, I don't think. It just kind of fell flat. I did not love the plot. It didn't grip me. I did not get attached to any of the characters. I kept mixing up the friends or the friend group. Kept mixing their names up. None of them really felt like they had strong enough of a personality, honestly. And it's just sad. Yeah, this was really just fantasy. There were very few horror scenes, if any, really. Just there were a couple of scenes that were a bit more leaning towards horror, but nothing too crazy. This is classified as fantasy horror. It's just fantasy, and it's like dark academia fantasy, pretty much, because, as I said, it's set at a school, at a college, and it's all very mysterious, it's all very dark. But unfortunately, the nice atmosphere that we had in the beginning when she first arrives at the school just kind of fades. Like, it's not really there anymore. In the second part of the book, or not second part, but in the final part, I guess, because she's traveling to other places and there's stuff happening, and yeah, it's not very atmospheric anymore. So I enjoyed it for as long as she was like taking classes and doing college things and getting to know people and exploring, finding out about things. And then I just lost interest, and towards the end I just found myself speeding up the audiobook more and more because I just wanted it to be over, and that's usually not a good sign, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed by this. I just wanted to love it so much more, but it just didn't work for me. Also, there was a romance in here. Also, the back is prettier than the front. The front is just okay, but I love the Ouroboros on the back. So, but yeah, as I was saying, the romance was really bad. I think it was just, it either shouldn't have been there or it should have been different, I think. Well, first of all, it's between our main character and her mentor, like her professor. Just, I always get a bit icky when it's like that. But I mean, they were obviously two consenting adults, so it's okay, but I don't love that he's her professor. And also, they had like zero chemistry, like none at all. And I've actually marked down a page here because I want to read you a quote just to show you the amount of chemistry that these two have. So if you don't want any spoilers, just skip ahead. I guess I will try to put either a timestamp or something on the screen right now. So they are in bed together. I think it's their first time together. I'm just gonna read you this bit right here. From then on, they did what they did in silence, punctuated only by the rhythm of the headboard beating against the wall, as Dante moved within her, his hip bones bruising against her own with each thrust. Yeah. So, yeah, I did not love the relationship. I felt like they had nothing going. I couldn't just see them together. And then, like, I lost interest, as I said, towards the end. So, yeah, a 3-star, but it reminded me a lot of Ninth House, which I also didn't love. I adored Hellbent, but I did not love Ninth House. So I guess they're similar in many ways. So if you love the Ninth House, maybe you'll love this one too. I just don't think it was for me, but it's not necessarily a bad book. The only bad part that I think is objectively not well written was the romance. Everything else was fine. Like, it just didn't grip me, but it might be something for you. It was okay. I think I'm going to be reselling my special Evernight edition because there's really no point in keeping a 3-star special edition. Like, with the money I can make off of selling this, I can buy at least a couple of paperbacks that might be 5 stars. So yeah, I don't see the point in keeping this. And then I also made a little bit of progress in American Rapture by C.J. Leede. I'm not very far into it. I'm at page 104, and I'm still loving this. There's been a couple of scenes that gave me the ick that just made me go, oh, no, you don't. No, you fucking don't. So this is extremely triggering. Don't read this if you have any sensitivities or if SA triggers you, because there's a lot of it. But I feel like it's done in a way that is also respectful. Like, it's not there just for the sake of being there. It's kind of the point of the book, so if you don't want to read that, just don't pick this up and you'll be fine. But I'm really enjoying this. I'm not enjoying those scenes, of course, but everything else I'm enjoying, and I really like the point of view that we're reading from. I like Sophie's character. I like that. I feel that this is going to be a bit of a coming of age novel, a bit of an awakening, and I am really excited to see where it goes. So I'm just going to be continuing this now that I'm done with An Academy for Liars, and I guess I'll update you when I have something more to say. I'm just gonna go have lunch now, and then I'm gonna head to work. It's going to be an incredibly busy week. So, well, it's been already, it's Friday, but there's still more to go. I'm working tomorrow as well. And then I'm going to attempt, if I can, to finish this on Sunday so that I can close the vlog and we can move on to something else for next week. But we'll see about that, and I'll keep you updated. Hello everyone, it's currently Monday and it's time for the final update of this video because I finally finished this book, American Rapture by C.J. Leede. And I am so confused as how to rate this. It's a tough decision because I really enjoyed certain parts, and then there were a few that I didn't enjoy as much, maybe. I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about this. But in the end, I guess the positive feelings prevail over the rest. So I think it's going to be about a 4-star for me. But yeah, like, I don't remember if I've told you what this book is about, so I'm just gonna do it now. It's about Sophie, who is a 16-year-old girl about to turn 17, who's been brought up in a Catholic family, a very, very strict Catholic family, and she is miserable. Her life is miserable. She hates everything about it. She had one good thing, that was her brother, and then he was taken away for reasons that obviously I won't go into, and she can now only talk to him like once a week on the phone for just a few minutes, and that's it. But they still share this very strong bond. So she is still kind of really mourning her loss of him, because of course they used to live in the same house because they are actually twins, and then he's taken away. So yeah, she is not doing well. The girls at school, because it's a girls only school, are bullying her, and the people around her are really not supportive at all. And then to start kind of the actual plot of the book, so because in the beginning we just follow Sophie as she goes through her everyday life at school and at home, and it's really sad and really upsetting. And then we are plunged into a completely different world and completely different plot almost all of a sudden, although of course there were signs that it was coming. But there's this apocalypse, of course. It's a post-apocalyptic horror at its heart, and it's about this virus, and it basically makes people feral with lust right before they die. And it causes like fever and glassy eyes and sweat and redness. And then after that comes, as I said, this feral lust that is completely uncontrollable and will make these people that are affected, it will make them essay other people. And they will basically just lose all that makes them human. They will lose their humanity, and then they will die in pretty gruesome ways. And everyone that gets attacked by them will get infected as well. So it's a pretty gruesome apocalypse, epidemic type book. There are very graphic depictions of SA. So if you are uncomfortable with that, I would advise you don't pick up this book, because that's kind of a big part of it. Well, Sophie just suddenly finds herself alone in a world where everyone's just going mad, and she has been so restricted all her life. She has been like basically kept in a box all her life, so she knows like absolutely nothing of the world outside her home and school and church. And so yeah, she kind of has to discover how the world works on top of survive this thing. She decides to go look for her brother because something happens to her parents and that's why she finds herself alone. But she decides to go look for her brother, and on the way to him she meets other people. There's a bit of a found family trope in here as well, and she falls in love for the first time and starts, understanding her own emotions and coming to terms with the fact that she has a body. So yeah, it's on top of being a post-apocalyptic horror, it's also a coming of age and a sexual awakening as well. So I really enjoyed that part, I have to say. Actually, both of these things were things that I ultimately enjoyed, both the coming of age, awakening, and the post-apocalyptic horror of it all. They were extremely interesting. But there were a few things that just really I did not like very much. Another trigger for this book would be animal death. There's a very, very gruesome animal death in here, and I just did not want it to happen at all. It did not need to be there, and it just made me feel very upset. I did not like that the author chose to put that in there because it could have been taken out. Like, there's obviously other characters in the book that don't really get a happy ending, but I just wanted it for this one animal, and it didn't happen, and it just made me really, really upset. So be aware of that too. So that's why I'm just kind of on the fence. Is this a 4? Is this a 4.5? What is this, a 4.25? I don't know, but I think I will ultimately give it around a 4 in the end, because it did have a lot that I enjoyed, and it did make me feel a lot of emotions, and ultimately that's what I'm looking for in all of these books that I read. So yeah, so that's American Rapture by CJ Leede. And one more thing before I end the vlog. I went to watch Heretic with my partner over the weekend, and it was great. I kept thinking about that movie for a while after we watched it, because it was extremely interesting and extremely metaphorical too. I feel like that too is religious horror, by the way, and I feel like maybe at first sight it might look like it's got a certain meaning, but if you read between the lines, it might be something else. It's one of that type of movies, and I really, really enjoyed it, especially when I thought about it a bit. I think that it is ultimately also a type of metaphor for religion and how it controls people. Like, I thought it was extremely interesting and quite philosophical as well. So I would definitely recommend it if you are a fan of religious horror that isn't possession or supernatural at all. There were no supernatural elements in it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, would recommend it. And this is the end of the vlog. So if you're still here, I really appreciate you. And if you'd like, just leave me a comment, leave me a like, maybe subscribe. I would love to know your thoughts on this video, on any of these books if you've read them. Let me know if you're interested in reading them. And let me know if you enjoy religious horror and if you would like to see me read more of it, because I'd be happy to. And I guess I'll see you next week. Bye!